Hello! Today, we begin a new chapter in your journey, the Strong Words Challenge. This challenge isn't just a series of facts, it's an invitation to deep, honest reflection about the real impact of smoking on your life. We want to speak with you directly, without sugarcoating, but with empathy and respect. We know many of the truths we'll discuss here are things you already know, but they still need repeating. Because often, what we insist on ignoring is exactly what needs our attention the most. It's scientifically proven. Smoking is harmful. There's no doubt about that. But what we want to explore here goes beyond that statement. Our goal is to help you see, with greater clarity and awareness, what's at stake every time you light a cigarette. Every day you remain in smoker mode, you contribute to weakening your body, reducing your quality of life, and compromising your future. That's a hard truth, but a necessary one. Even when we know the damage tobacco causes, many of us remain trapped in this cycle because addiction takes root deeply, silently, often disguised as emotional comfort. We know cigarettes can offer momentary relief from anxiety, a fleeting sense of relaxation. But we must face the facts. That relief is temporary and illusory. The anxiety returns, and with it, the craving to smoke again. And so, we feed a cycle that only weakens our health and our autonomy. Over the next week, you'll receive content that will open your eyes, strengthen your motivation, and reignite your hope. We'll share important data, real stories of overcoming, practical strategies, and words that may stir discomfort, but we're chosen for one purpose alone: to wake you up. Because you deserve so much more than a life chained to a habit that steals your energy, your health, and your freedom. You have an entire life ahead of you. And the sooner you realize this, the greater your chances of building a healthier, lighter, and happier future. Remember, the damage caused by smoking is deep and often irreversible, especially as it intensifies in later years. That's when many people realize they could have made better choices, but by then, time can't be turned back. So, the best moment to plant new decisions is now. Taking care of your health isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about valuing your life, your body, your mind, your ability to breathe freely and live with autonomy. It's about self-respect. It's about recognizing that you deserve a fuller life, free from the limitations smoking inevitably brings. To start this process with greater awareness, let's discuss 3 of the most serious harms caused by smoking. The first is cancer. The most well-known is lung cancer, but smoking is also linked to many others: mouth, larynx, esophagus, pancreas, bladder, kidneys, and cervical cancer. Smokers have up to 25 times higher risk of developing lung cancer compared to non-smokers. The second involves respiratory diseases. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease is one of the most severe and debilitating. Beyond that, smoking significantly worsens conditions like asthma, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. 3. Cardiovascular diseases. Often, when we think of smoking risks, lung cancer comes to mind first. But the truth is, for smokers over 35, cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death. Cigarettes are a constant aggressor to our arteries. The toxic components in tobacco cause progressive damage that, over time, turns into serious problems like coronary artery disease, myocardial infarction, heart attack, stroke, aortic aneurysm, peripheral vascular disease, compromising blood circulation in extremities. These conditions are serious, often disabling, and in most cases, preventable. Beyond this, smoking is linked to other major health risks: increased risk of type 2 diabetes, weakened immunity, leaving the body vulnerable to infections, reproductive health issues in both men and women, overall reduced quality of life. A recent study revealed something shocking. Smokers live, on average, 10 years less than those who never smoked. That's an entire decade of life, of experiences, moments with loved ones, plans, and dreams that may never come true. It's crucial to understand the seriousness of this choice. Smoking doesn't just harm your lungs, it affects your entire body, your emotional well-being, your energy, your motivation, and even your self-esteem. If you're here today, taking part in this journey, you've already taken a huge step. But the challenge ahead is twofold. It's not just about quitting smoking. It's also about committing to repair the damage, giving your body a new chance to heal and live in health. To help you visualize the impact this habit has had on your life, let's do a quick exercise. How many cigarettes do you smoke per day? If it's 20, that's 600 cigarettes a month. Now imagine a bag filled with 600 cigarettes, all of them passing through your lungs, month after month. Multiply that by a year. That's over 7,000 cigarettes entering your body every 12 months. All for momentary relief, which, as we've discussed, doesn't resolve anxiety, only postpones it. It's time to face this truth head on and say, enough. It's time to end this destructive cycle. We know it's not easy, but you're not alone. We're here to walk with you, guide you, and strengthen you on this journey. Quitting smoking is an act of intelligence, self-love, and responsibility for your future. And it's not just your health at stake. Smoking also directly impacts your finances. Have you ever stopped to calculate how much money you invest, month after month, in this habit? It's a significant amount spent on a product that, in the end, is harming your health, energy, and freedom. There's also this social impact. Today, smoking in public is increasingly frowned upon. Society is shifting, valuing a healthy, active, and conscious lifestyle. You deserve to align yourself with this new reality. By deciding to quit smoking, you're doing much more than just caring for your health. You're investing in a more prosperous future, not just physically, but financially and emotionally. Think about how much money you could save over a year or a decade just by stopping this habit. Now imagine putting that money towards something that truly brings you well-being. A trip, a personal project, something special for someone you love, or even that course you've always wanted to take. Beyond that, quitting smoking directly improves the quality of your relationships. Your interactions become lighter, healthier. You show up as your best self, more present, more energetic, more aware. And there's another aspect that's often overlooked but needs to be said, the environmental impact of smoking. Yes, smoking also harms the planet. Every cigarette smoked creates waste, butts that are often improperly discarded and take years to decompose. Cigarette smoke releases toxic substances into the air, harming not just the smoker, but also those who breathe the same air. Tobacco production also consumes vast forest areas, uses pesticides, and degrades soil. In other words, smoking isn't just a personal issue. It's an action with collective consequences for society, the planet, and future generations. That's why your decision carries even greater weight than you might realize. By leaving this addiction behind, you become part of the solution. You contribute to a cleaner environment, a healthier society, and a more balanced future. It's important to recognize every choice we make has an impact, and your choice to quit smoking is an act of courage, awareness, and responsibility. We're not just talking about personal benefit, we're talking about a stance on life. Today, more than ever, the world needs conscious people committed to their health and collective well-being, and you are becoming one of them. Before we close today's reflection, here's a special message we call the gentle word of the day. Don't worry excessively. There's always time for a new beginning. We know this journey is challenging, but we want you to remember, you can overcome this. Every step you take toward freedom matters. No matter how long the road seems, the most important thing is to start and keep going one day at a time. Acting sooner makes all the difference. And even if you stumble along the way, know that it's never too late to try again. Every day counts. Every attempt matters. You have everything you need to conquer this challenge. And we'll be here every day to support, inspire, and remind you of just how capable you are. A warm hug. See you in our next reflection.